But the thing is, I don't think people understand what the value is. When you say that, you like add value, I think the average artist just instantly go to like their writing ability or like they singing ability or whatever. Like, I mean, it's like, nah, you just gotta add value.
The One More Time Music Podcast. Genuine conversations with genuine people about music. Hosted by Henry with a 3 and Playback Ben.
Went from Beamer Coops to Pencils. From what this to is, so part that one more time. Part that one more time. Part that shit like one more time. They part that one more time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another episode of the One More Time Podcast. I'm your host, Playback Ben, here with my co-host,
Henry with a 3, because Henry with an E was already taken.
Henry, who do we have in the hot seat today, my friend?
Welcoming in on episode 71 of the One More Time podcast, member of the iconic hip-hop collective from the East Coast Wu-Tang Clan, it's Method Man.
Meth. Thanks for making the trip down.
Shout out to Method.
How's Red?
Man, y'all crazy. Shout out to Method Man, though, for real.
Shout out to Method Man, but in all seriousness, we have super dope artists. We got Tate228.
So the 228, for anybody want to know this, I had a couple people DM me this. The 228 is the area code where I'm from. I'm from Gulfport, Mississippi. Orange Grove is the neighborhood.
Yeah,
Orange
that's right.
Grove.
Yeah, so like I'm actually from Mississippi. I moved up here because of Hurricane Katrina. So, but since I've been here, the east side, yeah, that's the home. Like,
But you're not changing to Tate 404.
Nah, not a chance.
Tate 678.
Nah, hell nah.
Tate 470, I think, is the newest.
This is all I love. Like, this is day one. But nah, that's what the 228 stand for. So, for sure.
Yeah, talk to me about like what it was like growing up in Gulfport. Like, for those that aren't familiar, like paint us the picture of like, you know, what it was like growing up there.
Probably similar to a typical person growing up on like the east side of Atlanta, but just in a smaller area. Cause like where I'm from, like a lot of people like looking at Mississippi like dirt roads and like cows and
country,
shit. Like,
I feel like country
that's not where I'm
accents.
from. Like that's not the part where I'm from.
Okay,
You know
so
what
it's
I'm
a different part of Mississippi.
Yeah, it's the city. Like we got casinos and the beach and all this kind of shit.
Yeah.
So like
Tourists.
yeah, like that's the type of shit we did every summer. Like you got the tourists coming down there. So I feel like it was pretty similar to any, I guess, city, upbringing, but just small and compact.
Smaller scale,
so
yeah.
like everybody know everybody.
Yeah, see, for me, when I hear Mississippi, I immediately go to racist. Is that accurate?
Okay, so now you do get that.
Okay,
you
so
definitely get that. 'Cause
so
it's
less
still
the
Mississippi.
dirt roads and more the racist.
Yeah, you definitely get So now you get the racist part.
Okay,
But that shit was even kind of weird too growing up, cause you'll have homeboys like, cause like, all right, growing up in elementary is mixed. It was definitely a mix, but it was probably more heavier black, and then like a mix of everything else. But it was definitely more heavier black, just because your elementary school is gonna be closer to your like close area neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then like once we got to middle school, due to it, like I went to North Gulfport Middle School, like that school sit like right in the hood. So like that shit was probably like 90% black. But it was still mixed. It was definitely mixed. Like you still see other people, but it was definitely a lot of black. But now when you get to high school, you got like everybody meets at the high school. So like all the kids from like Wool Market and Lyman, just different parts of Harrison County, like like that side of Gulfport. Everybody met at the high school. So when you get to high school, you had certain friends that was like white guys, white boys, or even white girls. And then when you get to high school, some of that friends that didn't go to school with us, maybe they parents was racist. And then now that's when like you kind of see it like right in your face more than like either your friend that was cool with you acting funny now, or you see them like beefing with like they friend, because it's like, nah, like I fuck with these people. Like, so like you don't like these dudes, but like I like them. So like the first day of like, I know like 9th grade, that shit was like Remember the Titans, like playing football.
Right.
Oh man.
Like, it was literally like
yeah.
that. Like first day, we get into the gym, all the white boys are sitting over here, all the black boys are sitting over here.
Damn.
And we set that like and it wasn't even on purpose. It was like everybody went and sat with who they knew.
Yeah.
And then we sat there for probably like 40 minutes, and the coaches walked in, and they look, and they like, the fuck are y'all doing? Like,
And then y'all started winning every game, and so y'all came together.
we actually started getting good, but we ain't get that good.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie.
There's no movie about his team.
It ain't work like the movie because real life took place. Like, real life. But it did build like some relationships. I can't lie. Like a lot of boys like was able to like hash out differences, fought or whatever the case may be, and then was able to get cool. But real life always is not a movie. Like you had people that just wasn't breaking.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you had. Yeah, it sounds like you had your sunshines that were like didn't understand race, which was a beautiful thing, and then you had like your Garys, who was like he wasn't like the most racist one, right?
At first,
yeah, and then he like came around too.
What do you mean?
But once again, movie.
That's a movie.
That's a movie.
That's my brother.
Real life,
In his real life,
my
Gary
brother.
stayed a fucking Gary.
Gary stayed Gary. And he was true to the soil.
That's funny, man.
He wasn't apologetic about this shit.
I just like, we talked about this before, with someone who's like, grandparents are from like Arkansas. I think it was Fireman or whatever. He produced a lot on Donda. And like him talking about like that perspective, like his grandparents growing up in the South. But then even his manager, Mike Norris, who we had on, he's from like outskirts of Chicago in Illinois, suburban Illinois. And it's like racist as fuck up there. And I'm thinking like, I usually go to like Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas. Those are like the racist places or whatever. But apparently, like
there's more to it than that.
Yeah, Illinois is also like equally racist.
Yeah,
like,
I
don't
feel
know.
like in my eyes, everywhere is damn near the same in the sense of if you're in a city, is everybody, not everything is different geographically, but still like the current of the city is the city.
Right. Atlanta is not the same as Georgia. Chicago is not the same as Illinois.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And then like the rural, anywhere that's not the city is like rural area.
Yeah, they just haven't caught up yet.
And racist.
And I was about to say, and a lot of that rural area is gonna be some racist people out there.
So
From California to Atlanta.
So, I had a lot of people come up from New Orleans, Louisiana to my high school during the Katrina era, right? And so I think we're almost, similar age. And so like talk to me about like what it was like being on the fucking Gulf Coast as Katrina is like approaching. Like what the fuck was that like?
So that's
you know what I mean?
the other part. Like so that's why when you asked me the question about like the upbringing, I kind of got stumped because like even with like the fucking hurricane, dog, like I can cuss.
You
Fuck
can
no.
fucking cuss all the fuck you want, my guy.
We got to fucking bleep every fucking one of those out, so it's a lot of fucking work for us.
It's going to be a lot of editing, but
Nah, even with the hurricane, bro, like that shit is normal, man. Like nobody, like we didn't give a fuck. Like we was.
Wow.
My brother gonna see this shit like the night before the hurricane. So like when they was talking about the hurricane, we had school, and then everybody like, they saying we might end up getting out of school early.
So you're like,
yeah, everybody like, hell yeah, we gonna get out of school.
Hurricane party, let's get it. Okay.
So like my brother, then one of my partners, my nigga Chris, we had the crib, and then my mama, she was married at that time. Her husband, he like putting up boards and shit. Well, not even boards. He was like taping the windows and shit like just, in case they shatter or something. And then he watching the reports and shit. But we on the phone, like it was some girls at like the shelter. We like, let's go to the shelter to get these bitches.
Picking up girls at the hurricane shelter.
Yeah, because in your mind, like, because you done already been at this point in life. We done not, and I'm in high school, but you still already done been through at least like probably like 4 or 5 hurricanes already. So like, the shit just seemed like, oh, this is like the
It's another one of those.
God, see, I'm picturing it as this like epic like movie moment. Everyone's like packing their shit.
I can
terrified.
imagine.
Like
it was some people doing that. I ain't gonna lie, it was because some people did evacuate. But you got the people like every year that leave. Period, because of so like you got motherfuckers that like they wait till the hurricane or something gonna happen or it look like it's gonna be serious, so they got a reason to leave.
Yeah.
So like this is just their reason to leave.
Yeah.
And then you got the people that really just take it serious and they evacuate every time they told to evacuate. But the people from the soil, motherfuckers stay there. They don't leave.
Hold the fort down.
Hell yeah, like because 9 times out of 10, 9 times. All right, think about
it blows over and it's bullshit, right?
I can't call out from like each one, but shit, if you go back to 95 and go up to 2005 before Katrina, 10 years, it's probably 6, 7 hurricanes that hit the Gulf Coast. None of them did with
Hurricane
Just some
Beatrice.
rain.
Hurricane Beatrice was a little bitch. She didn't do nothing.
So like
Katrina ain't
Man.
nothing.
people be chilling. So like when that shit happened, like hell, we started realizing how real it was in the middle of the motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
we everything, like the lights always go off. So like when the lights went out, we like, all right, cool, everything cool. And then like kind of like
Lost
like,
power.
Steady,
That's cute.
Steady rain. Like damn, you looking out the window, you seeing like damn, this shit. It's finna flood. Like, all right, damn, this shit getting real bad. And then like we had moved our cars, like so in the middle of the storm, like shit, go out there and move the cars to move them up closer to the house, just because it was like shit. It looked like these motherfuckers gonna float away.
Damn.
So when we moving the cars, like then you kind of really like you out there outside and you like, oh, this shit real. Like
So how bad did it get in your specific area then?
shit. When we came back in from moving the cars, my mama was like, oh, it's leaking in the ceiling. I'm like, all right, damn. We poked a hole into the ceiling, and then she was like, it's leaking in another room. We went back, like, started walking down the hallway. As soon as we got to the door of the room, the ceiling fell in.
Damn.
I'm like, ah, fuck. Started going back to the living room, the ceiling fell in. The ceiling fell in the whole house, and then it came, like, the inner ceiling fell in, and then once that fell in, the shingles and shit started coming off. Inside, everything. We was looking at the sky. We had to put a tarp over the house after the hurricane.
So literally, what did you do? Stayed there, like
I had to.
Yeah, because you
My
couldn't
mom
you couldn't
went and
make
got
it
in
to the
closet.
shelter at that point, right?
Nah, it was fucked. My mama went and got into the closet. That's at the point when we
She went to the closet?
Yeah, she got in the closet. That's when me and my brother was kind of like,
All right.
yeah, this shit real, bro. Like,
Damn.
like, we might die in this bitch.
It's all jokes now, but like, holy shit. So, on a somber note, did you lose any, friends or relatives to the storm?
Like, so it was definitely like I didn't lose like nobody like personally to me, but like
Yeah.
I know like just different neighborhoods, people that you know of, or like
Okay.
this part, yeah, my cousin.
Yeah.
But like it was a bunch of deaths during the hurricane, but it was way in my mind. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody can fact check this on the internet.
Yes.
I think it was way more killings or like deaths after the hurricane because we were stuck down there. So like that's when the shit started feeling like if it's ever an end of the world, this is what it feel like.
I was literally, I'm imagining like an apocalypse type of like
Yeah.
scene,
Like,
right?
it's like looting and people
It's just because you ain't got no power. I mean, no power. Everybody shit fucked up. It's dead. Certain areas got dead bodies and shit, and then ain't nobody helping. So it's like they telling you hear on the radio like they say don't drink the water, don't bathe in the water, like don't do anything with the water because the water contaminated. But what the fuck do we drink? And then after maybe like a day or two, the way they first dropped off anything, they came down the street in like tanks and was just like handing shit out.
Damn.
crazy.
That's wild,
Like,
man.
Real army tanks coming down the street.
You get like a
Damn.
blanket and some hot chocolate.
And then they
And
had
a
like,
bottle of water.
And then the MREs. That was the main thing that like everybody was fucking up, them MREs.
What are those?
Yeah, what's that?
The meal ready to eat.
Oh.
Like the army meal, like it
Yeah.
come in like a pack.
Yeah.
You just take it out, you pour some water in it, heat up.
Yeah.
And they got it's a 3-course meal. Got spaghetti and all kind of shit.
Oh, wow.
Were those good?
Hell nah.
I was like, it sounds fucking horrible.
Sounds like some prison meal.
Yeah, I'm about to say, but
Sounds
the
worse.
But the fucked up part is, in them conditions, hell yeah, that shit was good.
Yeah.
Because in them conditions, like, what the fuck else you was gonna eat? It's like, oh shit, I'd rather eat this than some goddamn noodles or some shit like fucking.
Relatively, it's fire.
Yeah, or some beans or some shit that's in the can, that's, some canned goods, all you really could eat. Like some canned goods type shit. So, hell yeah, that shit was good. And it was hot.
So like, at what point was it even possible to leave? Right? Like, because you're mentioning, like, this sounds like fucking chaos. So then, like,
shit was.
how do you even arrive at the
Motherfuckers
point of
killing
leaving?
People for ice. People was getting killed for ice.
Damn.
All kind of shit. So, like, after, like, it might have been, like, I want to say 2.5 weeks, probably.
Damn.
Probably like 2, maybe like 3 weeks.
How long did it feel like?
That shit felt like forever.
Like a year, right? I don't know.
That shit
I'm
felt
just
like,
imagining.
Because even, like, sleeping that night, you couldn't sleep. Like, you couldn't, because it was so fucking hot.
Yeah.
Like, think about it.
No AC.
Yeah, think about the
I
worst
complain if
rain
my
shit.
AC is like not working to like
Think about
maximum
that.
capability.
Think about the AC go out right after it just rained horribly. Like, and it's hot as fuck in the house. It's a motherfucker. And then
Dude, sounds
it
horrible.
ain't just like your regular house, the roof off the motherfucker. So now the insects and everything, you just everything was affecting it. But
Damn.
so like after like 3 weeks, they had announced that they was gonna open up a gas station. That's when everybody was like, "All right, shit, we can get some gas and we get the fuck out of here." And we went. I know we left the crib, me, my brother, and like 2 more people with us. I'm trying to think who, but I can't remember. But 2 of my homeboys, and I want to say the gas station might have been like 3 miles from the house. We left, got on 3 Rivers Road, and like you got to go down 3 Rivers Road, and then you get up to 49. And
It's probably like 7 Rivers Road at that point.
Man, we get on this motherfucker, like this road is still like 2.5 miles away from the gas station.
Damn.
We get on this road and it's a line,
Of course.
like already a line
Yeah.
at like 3 in the morning. Like we ain't get gas till like 3, 4 in the evening. In that evening.
Holy shit.
And the gas
12
station-
hours to
and the
go
gas station
2.5
didn't-
miles.
Yeah, and the gas station didn't even open up till like 7, 8 in the morning.
So
But
people
everybody
were
was
just-
out there
Wow.
like 2, 3 in the morning.
Waiting
Yeah.
because they heard the announcement.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Did you have any of your stuff? Were you able to salvage like anything?
Hell no.
Everything was fucked.
Hell yeah, everything was fucked. Everything like
Wow.
Literally start over.
trophies to old pic. I know my mama did. I know she did keep like one what that shit called with the pictures in it, like a photo album.
Yeah, like a photo book. Yeah,
Yeah, she
yeah.
kept one, but even that, like, it's funny. I'm gonna have to put that shit in some. You can see the water damage on it. Like some of the pictures, like they got the little wiggly shit on
Yeah,
it, like,
yeah.
like the discoloration on it. Hell yeah, like everything got fucked up.
Damn, that's crazy. So you uproot to Atlanta. You get gas.
Your gas.
Did you know you were headed to Atlanta? Like, was that
Hell
the
no,
plan?
We didn't come straight to Atlanta.
Okay,
We
where'd you go?
We got gas, and I got my grandma on my dad's side. Like she always was in our life. Like we didn't have our pops. Like he your ass was gone, bro. Like you went around. You know,
If you're watching this, Pops.
yeah, if you watch it, I know. You know what I'm saying. I know, especially now. Like, but bro, your ass was gone. You know what I'm saying. Like that nigga know that though. But what happened? Oh, we went to his mama house. We went. She stayed in Starksville, Mississippi, like Mississippi State is
Yeah.
college. And we went up there because it's like 5 hours away. So like in that part of that's the country. This is the country. When people think of Mississippi, that's up there. But it's away from the coast, so it's like 5.5 hours away from the coast. And so they ain't really getting no damage and nothing like that. So we went straight to her house and kind of just was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. Cause like when you in the shit, it's just everything is just crazy. So then when we got to her house, you able to like watch this shit from the news and see like, oh fuck, like this shit really fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, we thought it was bad for us. Like it's really bad.
Yeah,
This is
damn.
global news.
Yeah, that's when you realize,
Type of
like,
thing.
okay, so like we might not be just going back home in a couple of days. Like,
Yeah.
this might be like really serious. And we stayed up there for probably like 3 days. And then my other grandma, my mama, she called because she ended up getting rushed to a shelter because like the house she lived in, she was like right off the beach in Biloxi. And the house she lived in, like horrible flood area. So like they came in and like forced all those people out into the shelters. And then the shelter started flooding. So like they emergency evacuated them people to Rome, Georgia.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so like when we got a call, like finally, because when you down there too, that's the other thing. There was no phones. So
Yeah,
like,
you can't like check on her.
Yeah, you got that's why too it felt like the end of the world because you got your phone, but you ain't got no service.
Yeah.
And
Or
then-
no battery.
I just want to say, and then
Yeah.
you
Charge it.
I about to say you got like now you got the car. Like you could
Yeah,
Charge it in the car.
Yeah,
charge it in
but-
the car, but it don't matter.
Yeah.
Like, in case you playing fucking video games on like you can't use it, no service at all.
Wow.
So like when we got up there to my grandma's house, that's how my mom was able to contact her mama, my grandma. And when she told us she was in Rome, Georgia, we was like, well shit, we gotta come to Rome and pick up my grandma. And when we got up here, we was just like, shit, Atlanta ain't far. We might as well just go to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And got out here and just shit, never left.
Damn.
Wow.
So what was your first impression of Atlanta? Like once you finally made it here, kind of like what were your, first thoughts?
Well, shit, when we first got here, we straight from your area. So it's like, yeah, it's cool, but it's like, shit, I want to go home. Like, this shit ain't home.
It's not home.
Yeah, like, that's how you feel. And then at that time, I'm in high school, too. So, like, that's like, that's like, I guess, your molding years and shit.
Formative.
Yeah.
Formative years.
Yeah, so it's like, shit, I'm ready to go back to the crib, like everybody at the crib. So, shit, I know the first probably 2 years, shit, I was trying to get back to the house.
Really?
Yeah.
Just like seeing if you could stay with a homie or like family, even if they were still.
I went back for a minute.
For a little bit?
Yeah, and then, but it was what I needed because it just made me feel like it was like, yeah, it's better. Like,
it's not home anymore.
Like, and it's still home, but it's like, you when you see the light, you know to take it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
So what did you see though? Like, when you say it wasn't,
because then when
it was better in Atlanta, what did you see that was better?
So when so back to kind of the first question you asked, when you said like growing up.
Yeah.
Growing up felt regular. Like, because I only saw from my point of view or my perspective. But when I got up here and then you kind of see, like when I moved, for one, moving up here, the first school I went to up here was Stevenson High School. Mm-hmm. And I ain't never seen, for one, and like I told you, our school we had in elementary, it was like a lot of black, but it was still mixed. It was still like 80. I would say like it might have been like 75%. I could have been exaggerating, saying 80.
Oh, and
like,
Stevenson.
But in Stevenson,
like
this is 110% black, brother. And like, and then two, all our teachers, even and no matter where, and like all our teachers are white. You ain't see like really no black teachers like that.
Oh wow!
Like at Gulfport, it was we had Mr. Duber and what's my other boy name? What's his name? The 8th grade principal, but they was black. They was some black principal, but like the teacher still was all white.
Yeah.
At Stevenson, this is the first time I ever got to a school. Everybody black. The teachers, the principals, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out
the
to
janitors was black. Everybody was black. Like, it might have been one white person there, and I can't even think of it. It might have been one. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, you forgot the one white person? Like, come on.
Man, he got lost in somewhere.
The volleyball coach.
Yeah, he got lost. But that's what I'm saying. So, and then, too, why that shit was crazy, because the area it set in, like, I had never been in no area that looked like that.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that shit looked like, coming from where I came from, going to over by Stevenson, that shit looked like the Brady Bunch or something. Like all these big ass houses. Like,
yeah.
And then you're like, okay, this is school? Like, shit, all right, cool.
That's a big school, too.
Yeah, so in my mind, I'm thinking, like, I'm finna go into some shit off TV. And then you walk in, it's like, damn, like, everybody shit, all right, cool. So, like,
do y'all live in these houses around here?
That was the first thing that go through your mind. Like, well, y'all stay out here. Like, damn. So that's funny, what I'm saying. When I went back home, then you can see like everybody don't live like this.
Yeah.
Like everybody, the way of life ain't like this. It's like you see how them folks live. Like you see with them, like even to the point of like getting up here and like meeting so many people that was like, oh, I'm going to this college, I'm going to that college, I'm going to this college. Was like, damn, like, nigga, where I'm from, people weren't talking like that. Mm-hmm. And even people that was like in sports and like knew like they was good at sports, they weren't talking about going to this university. They was talking about going to like PERT or like, like a junior college or some shit. Mm-hmm. Like they wasn't really thinking, not too many people was just, they ain't had that vision just because really, unfortunately, like you can only dream as far as you can see most of the time.
Yeah. If you don't know something exists, how can you dream for it?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like and then being down there, it's like, it's different because you could go to the beach and like, that's the end. Like you could go to the end of the city.
Yeah, this is where it stops. This is where it stops.
Like, this is where it stops. And if you ain't never really got outside of this motherfucker, in your mind, you could be trapped in thinking like, this is where it stops. So you can see like, this is all I got. But shit.
Yeah.
So when you get up here, for me, it was just like, damn, like, that ain't where it stopped. Like, oh, this shit keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, like, and now the outskirts of Atlanta is even like more sprawled than ever, so.
Yeah, so for
that
me,
it is.
When I got back, it was just like, nah, man, like, I love it, but this ain't for me.
Yeah, it's still home.
Yeah,
but
and
you saw a different world that like inspired you that there's more to this shit than just where you were from.
It's home, but I can't live there. It ain't enough to.
That's interesting, man. Like I feel like people that do come from, I mean, even Gulfport isn't like even super small town. Like to your point, it was still kind of like, a city, whatever. But like people do need to venture out, right? To be able to see that where they're from is not the fucking be all end all. You know what I mean? So I'm not this like, huge travel the world. Like I don't, I'm not even saying like go crazy really, but it's like at least get out a little bit to like
if your life
make sure you understand that like, cause I just have so many even like family members that haven't left their fucking hometown. And I'm like, you literally just haven't seen other shit. So you don't even know that this is like, maybe this is where you want to end up, but maybe it's not, And
then I feel like if your life ain't afforded you them type of experiences, then you gotta do it. Just so you know. Now, if you done went to school and they took you out here, out of state and all this, all right, then cool. But if your life ain't afforded you outside of your regular day-to-day, what you been, you definitely got to move around.
Yeah, you're the main person that needs to try something.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, I'm acknowledging the fact that not everyone can go fucking fly to France or some shit like that, right? But like leaving, I mean, you can get on a Greyhound bus for fucking $30. I don't know what the fuck it costs. I'm just saying, like for a very, for a fucking eighth of weed, like you know what I mean? Like I'm just saying, it's definitely possible. So, so like, how did you start to fit in? Like, did you start like making friends easily, or were you feeling like an outcast, like being from not from the city?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I feel like I always been a pretty likable guy.
Okay, all right. So it wasn't too hard to kind of start fitting in.
Hell, not because like even like back home, like me and I got a brother that's like we 16 months apart. He's 16 months older than me.
Okay.
So like we always like attracted people. You know what I'm saying? So like. Shit, even back home, like our house, like my mama had to work. She was a single mother, so she always had to work. Our house was the hangout. Like everybody used to come to our house. So shit, when I moved up here, it turns to the same thing. I don't know how. Like
she's like, God damn it! I thought I was gonna get rid of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, like just
how did you make more friends?
Yeah, like a whole new set of motherfuckers, and it's like, how these motherfuckers go? Like,
shout out, mom.
Shout out to mom.
Yeah, shout out my mama, man.
Man, putting up with that shit. I mean,
for real.
My house was the exact same way. The reason my house was that is because I went to a Catholic school, so everyone came from like all over the fucking city. Mm-hmm. I actually lived like 5 minutes away from the school. So my house just by default was like, oh, there's a football game in 3 hours. Where can we go get high and like drunk? You know what I mean? So my mom, God bless her, like she never came downstairs, thank God, because we were, I don't even know, we were up to no good, but yeah.
My mom wasn't even there, so I ain't nothing.
See, that's even better.
And then she'll pull up and just be yelling like, get out my house.
That's beautiful.
Party over, y'all.
Yep. So the first time I heard Tate228 was at Grip's release party.
Okay.
When the Locks played off of the I Died for This project.
Shout out to my
and I was just like, who the fuck is that guy?
I appreciate it.
And then I heard Jail Pose.
Yes, sir.
And I was seriously like, who the fuck is that guy? Then I obviously just fell in love with you as an artist. Like those two are two of my favorite Grip records.
I appreciate that.
Which like, shout out to you because you're on both of my two.
I appreciate that.
Because I love Grip too, but like,
we got some more coming, man.
Yeah.
We got some more on the way.
Yeah, I mean, so like, what do you think works so well about you and Grip on a record?
Shit, to be honest, bro, I feel like it's natural chemistry just because we really kick it. Like, for me, that's another thing. Like, a lot of people, like, well, I here recently, I guess I've been doing a lot more, but they've been paying. But I don't really do a lot of features like that. Just cause, like, if I don't really know you, like, yeah, matter of fact, let me say this. Cause people be hitting me up for features and shit. If it makes sense, we can do it for sure. But in real time, like, if you want to do some music with me, you got a better chance of, like, bumping into me or, like, coming to some shit that we doing and like really like
becoming friends first.
Because it's like I don't be liking to just do shit with people because a lot of motherfuckers be weird, bro. Like a lot of people be weird, and I ain't really with all that. Like I started rapping at 22. Like I ain't this ain't been a dream my whole life.
Yeah.
It's something I want like a motherfucker now, but like this ain't nothing I dreamed of versus like I've been a regular person way longer than I've been a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Which I found that interesting, man, of like you starting so late.
Yeah.
Like what made you finally give it a shot at 22 years old?
People used to always like tell me like, bro, you need to rap. That's like cliche too. I hear a lot of rappers say that, but like people used to always tell me that shit like, bro, you need to rap.
Was it because of the voice?
Nah, like I think it was just
Write poems or something?
hell nah. I ain't never do none of that. Like,
So why do you think they were recommending you rap?
between like when you used to be in the neighborhood, like people would be like kicking it outside by the cars, and then like you got like the 2-3 homeboys that like rap for real or whatever.
Yeah.
And they might go to freestyling or some shit, and niggas smoking or whatever, and then you just jump in and something like that. Like, oh damn, bro, that sound good, bro. Like,
So the circles you were in, it was already set up for you to
shit
kind of
like
start.
that, and then just like how we was already moving around, like it was like, shoot, man, might as well be a rapper. And for me, at the time, it was like, hell no, because all my homeboys that I knew was rapping wasn't doing shit.
So you looked at it as like a failing profession versus like
hell no. I'm like, if I did it, I'm like, bro, I ain't finna do it like y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I ain't finna be rapping like y'all. Like, I don't know how that, I'm like, I don't know what that look like, but I'm like, it ain't gonna look like what y'all doing.
I don't need a $25 check from Spotify.
You know what I'm saying? So like for me, like when I think really it was like, let me do it, I ended up getting in trouble quite naturally.
what were you, a big troublemaker growing up?
Nah, man, I ain't really get in trouble growing up.
Until this?
I did a lot of trouble.
Okay.
But I ain't getting a lot of trouble.
Okay.
It's not trouble if you don't get caught.
You feel me? Like we
No face, no case.
One way they got away with it.
There you go.
But like my brother was like the troublemaker. Like he got into a lot of little stupid ass trouble, like just talking too much in school, like shit like that. I ain't getting shit like that. Like when I got nine, once I got a little older.
The luck ran out.
Nah. That's what I'm trying to see how to put this shit.
I'm like, he's like, my lucky streak ended with a big fat case.
I want to say, and I'm gonna be honest, it was just perfect time. I just put it like,
okay,
it was
fair
perfect
enough.
time, and like some shit that I had got a ticket.
Okay,
I had got a ticket, so like that's why I say I wasn't no troublemaker. Like I ain't get in trouble.
there you go.
Like that.
Right.
I ain't getting in a lot of trouble, but
Yeah, I'm imagining like a 7-over speeding ticket or something. Like the way he's like playing it up, it's like a very minor infraction.
It definitely wasn't. I'll be real.
Okay. Got me for the seatbelt, man.
I
rolled through a stop sign. God damn it.
The seatbelt shit, they used to give me for that all the time. Like,
Okay.
When I first moved up here from like 16 to like 18, I probably got like 10 seatbelt tickets.
Damn.
To where it was like, I don't never drive without a seatbelt no more. Like,
Well, now it's if you're holding your phone, that's the new
yeah,
seatbelt.
because that was the stupidest ticket. Them dishes was $75. They used to give me every time.
Just to frustrate you. Just enough to frustrate
like,
you.
Bruh, I'm like, I ain't never doing that stupid shit no more. But so that wasn't the issue. But now I was speeding. I was blowing it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was going, and I wasn't even in Georgia. I was going through Alabama, and I might have been doing like probably like 110.
God bless.
Going crazy.
He had somewhere to be.
Yeah, going to Mississippi, bro. Like,
I'm getting the fuck home.
I'm going to Mississippi, and fucking hitting like doing probably like 110. I had that rented a goddamn Challenger or some shit, and just hitting it and got stopped in Evergreen, Alabama. Shout out.
Sounds racist.
You feel me? So like, shout out to that police if you ever come across this shit. That stopped me in Evergreen. Yeah.
Quick side note: how do you feel about Dodge not making Chargers and Challengers anymore?
I think that's crazy.
It's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, like if Jordans stopped making Jordans.
Yeah, we're not doing shoes anymore.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? If this is your main selling, like, I don't know. I'm assuming it's a big seller. Because I see a bunch of
the Ram.
At least here in Atlanta,
The Ram-
it's 100% a top product.
For sure.
Yeah, like it gotta be a top product.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So like to discontinue or to stop making it's like for what?
Yeah, that's
Like, if
crazy.
people buying the shit, why the fuck would you do that, bro?
Yeah.
So you're booking it You're booking it through Alabama. Mr. Officer pulls up.
Get a stupid ticket. Regular, like, and he could have really did something, I feel like. So shout out to him. But he still gave me a ticket. You know what I'm saying? And I forgot. I was young. Bro, I completely forgot about that shit. Kept going because he didn't do shit. Like, he gave me a ticket, but he could have really, like, took me to jail and all that. And he was just like, I'm going to give you this ticket. Gave me the ticket. I booked in Mississippi. Come back. And just wasn't thinking about the shit, like just out of sight, out of mind. And then that was my first speeding ticket too. That was my first speeding ticket.
Oh wow,
my first speeding ticket. So I ain't getting in much trouble, bro.
Until you didn't show up for court.
So that's why that shit got physical. You know what I'm saying? So I forgot. I guess I ain't think about the shit, and I was here and doing. I can say I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing. And
you had a warrant that you didn't know about.
Exactly. And it played into my favor, I guess, because what I could have got in trouble for was way more serious. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
So the fact that that didn't happen, like, I still ended up going to jail, quite naturally, because they got a warrant. Driving on suspended license and all that shit. But they suspended, they had my shit held in Alabama for that shit, and then it was transferring to Georgia. So I was going through all that shit, and so my license was suspended, couldn't really drive and shit, so I was just like, fuck, bro, stuck in the crib. I'm like, shit, I got nothing to do. Got a little money. I just went on Google and went to, I think it was Musician Friend, and like bought a bunch of studio equipment. Like, bought a computer, bought all the shit. And watch videos on YouTube on how to record and just learned how to rap. Because I ain't had it. It was like, shit, until I figure all this shit out, this legal shit, it was like, let me just focus on something, bro. Like,
so you picked up like learning how to record yourself at the same time that you picked up rapping. You weren't like rapping and you had to figure out how to record it.
I wrote my first song.
Let me start all this.
I wrote my first song after I learned how to record a song.
Wow.
How would you rate that first song?
Horrible.
It was bad. It was bad.
I wanted to quit. I was like,
oh wow,
because that shit felt so bad, bro. Because I sat in that room for like 2 weeks, man. I sat in that room for like 2 weeks just watching videos on YouTube of like how to record and and I still was trash, but I got it down packed enough to where like, yeah, I know how to use this shit. Like now I can at least navigate on Pro Tools. And then it's like, all right, bet I got it. And then I went through the process of trying to write some shit. Man,
wasn't it?
Damn.
Wasted all this money. And it wasn't, it was probably like $1,000. Well, it was like, wasted this money.
Well, we're glad you stuck with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Very glad.
So like, who were you even looking at as like influences, right, to even start? Like, I mean, like who were some of your favorite artists growing up, for example?
See, that probably was the reason why I felt like I knew I could do it though, because me and my brother, we was music, like we music kids, like we ain't had cable growing up. So like all we did was listen to the radio. Like we used to be making tapes of the radio, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't old like that to show you how broke we was. You know what I'm saying? Like we were making tapes on the radio, and we used to call in and shit. Back when like you could request, like, hey man, play such and such. And we like, they finna play it in about 4 songs. And I'm gonna catch this bit.
Oh, that was my favorite thing to do. I would call into the fucking 95.5 The Beat radio station all the time. I remember one, I was probably like 12 years old. I called in to request Missy Elliott, Get Your Freak On. And they were fucking with me, right, to have like a little bit for the radio. They were like, what? You want us to get our freak on? What are you talking? Like, they're just fucking with me. Yeah. And then we're ended up like going in the car to just drive somewhere to dinner or some shit with my family. Have the radio on, and they played me getting fucked with. I had no idea that I was actually gonna make it on, having requested the song. It was hilarious, and like I'll never forget that moment.
Did they play the song?
They played, of course, Missy Elliott, Get Your Freak On. Yeah.
And it was like one of, I was to say, that was the thing, like they wouldn't play anything, but if you requesting the smash, they like,
it was in constant rotation. So because I was similar, like I was just huge music lover.
Yeah. And that's all we did. So like I feel like me and my brother, we knew every fucking song on the radio word.
Are we all requesting? Who was your favorites? Who'd you know every word to?
It was so it depend on the time frame, bro. Like
Throw out a couple.
Like, we ain't have cable, so this is what year after year.
Yeah. Just
was
top 40 all the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna say whatever you go to the year, Mariah Carey, goddamn, whatever the fuck was hot, Nelly,
Usher,
shit, yeah. Like whatever, whoever was hot, Ludacris. I remember going calling, requesting Ludacris shit. That motherfucking word of mouth, like, shit off of that.
Yeah, so that gave you like a good frame of reference for at least songs and like what hit songs sound like, the components of them, right?
And I think it just like it made me. I think it just gets so used to being a rapper, like as like an actual rap, like just rapping, like hearing the words come out your mouth,
like the physical motion of singing or rap, like saying words to music,
talking in rhythm.
Yeah, for real. To
like, music.
Man, my brother, we could like I know for me for sure, but like we like looking up the lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
I love doing that.
Yeah, so like I knew word for word Twister songs, like certain songs is like wording. That motherfucker was, you know what I'm saying? So like all that kind of shit I feel like helped me today. Like when I look back, I'm like, cause people be saying this shit like, damn, bro, you seem like you grabbed this shit pretty fast.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like shit, I guess it was just more room for the shit just due to listening to so much goddamn music. Like I say, I'm a music fan first before a rapper. Like even now, like I listen to everybody, bro.
You go back far enough to when Genius was Rap Genius? Because that's when I was looking up all the lyrics on Rap Genius.
Rap Genius, when it was it was like on brown.
Yeah, the different colors and shit. Yeah, they're yellow now.
Yeah, but I remember the lyrics being in the CDs.
Hell yeah,
too. That was like the best part of looking through the the liner notes,
CD
and
book,
shit.
On the AZ lyrics.
AZ lyrics, that's crazy.
God damn.
I had AZ bookmarked.
Yeah, like
sure.
all that shit. Just because I'm in my mind, I'm like, nigga, I gotta know. Because if we ain't had TV, it's like shit. I got to know every word on the song, bro. When this bitch come on.
That's crazy, man.
I remember seeing some of the lyrics like were wrong and like submitting like correct, trying to like help.
I ain't never give a fuck to do that. But I used to see that shit and be like, nah, who's stupid ass thought he said snail instead of tail.
Yeah.
Man, I still have like famous songs where like I'm finding out what they actually said. Totally. And I'm like, oh shit, man. I can't believe I thought that they said this.
I'm about to say that's the thing, man.
Yeah. So how do you start moving around though? Like, you know what I mean? Like what were you doing to get your name out there once you like got past this shitty first song and you decided to actually like keep going? Like
how's the come up happen?
Yeah, exactly. Like what were you doing to put yourself out there and like, you know what I mean?
I was in the crib with it. Because at the time I was so whack, bro. In my mind, you know what I'm saying? In my mind, it's like after that first song, this shit was so whack. I probably like quit for like 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Then it was like, all right, get back to it, bro. You ain't gonna just quit.
Spend all this money.
And then two, shout out to my boy Flacco L. Like if y'all watching this, you look up Flacco L. He a battle rapper now, but like, bro was like the coldest shit I had ever seen at that time because he was so young. Like he wasn't even that young, but I was probably like, I had to be 21. So Flock had to be like, he was in high school, so he might have been like 17. Flock, put it in the comments if you see this, how old you were. But yeah, I know he was in high school or some shit. I know that for sure.
So you see the young kid floating on beats and you're like, damn.
Nah, this motherfucker, he had already went viral. That nigga had that shit still got to be on YouTube. That nigga had this like, he had this like Soulja Boy, and I want to say like Roscoe Day, and I know it's Sco my dog too, Sco. That was the shit back then he did Shadow.
We don't mean it, Sco.
Yeah, we love Sco, but like he was trying to go viral, you know, on some young shit.
Yeah.
And he did, and that shit had just did like crazy numbers. Like I can't remember how many views it was, but that shit went crazy. And like he stayed right next door. And I'm like, damn, bro, your ass hard as motherfucking shit. So I was just like, shit, all right, little bro doing this shit, like, bro, stick to it. And just kept going, and he was listening to certain shit. Then my boy Slim, who else used to be out there? Mufi, shit. Everybody was just there, check shit out from time. Then quite naturally, like all my partners, like my brother, my niggas, Dirty to fucking Ant, everybody, West. Everybody was like, damn, bro, this shit hard, whoop the whoop. And I want to say, me and Flock did a song. Flock hit me like, let's do a song. And when he hit me to do that, in my mind, I'm like, man, he must think, that nigga must think my shit hard. like I must be getting better. Like, and I know he hard. Like, so if he hit me like, bro, let's do a song, and it was for his shit. So I'm like, all right, shit, yeah. So we did the record and shit, and the shit came out good. I was like, oh, damn, I even impressed myself. I was like, shit, damn, bro, you got there know. And
if I must say so myself.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's
I was like, oh yeah, that shit was straight.
Yeah, I got it.
For real, that's a song called Hollywood that y'all never probably hear, but yeah.
I'm finding it.
We'll link it down below.
Yeah.
I'm finding it. Flock, I need that record.
But yeah, like, so Flock, that's why I didn't, like, to this day, and he know this shit, but like, to this day, like, that's my nigga, because like, I feel like everything happened for a reason. Like, if you open this door for me, and I walk out there, like, if you just happen to, like, hey, I got you, and you open the door, and I walk out there and find $1 million, I gotta give you something, because all of these, like, actions led up to that. Like, I feel like you were definitely, in some kind of way in the universe, was, like, influential to that moment.
All right, so if you leave the studio today and go make a hit record with Grip, because I know you're going to the studio with him, do I get publishing at least? Like,
man, y'all might have to get a couple percentage.
Okay.
2.5.
Yeah,
I'm just using your own logic.
I'm for real.
No, but
this is my real thoughts. I'm telling you, like, this is how I really look at shit.
But yeah, so like him living next door or what?
Nah,
like,
he was already moving around and doing shit.
Yeah.
And he had a fucking cypher he was doing. And he needed a ride. And he was like, shit, bro, you'll take me up to this cypher shit. I'm like, yeah, I got you. And went
on
up,
some big bro shit, like just, you know.
He's like, bro, I got you. I ain't gonna worry about it.
Yeah.
Went up there, shout out to KD Gray, because there was the dude shooting it. KD Gray, motherfucking mastermind. Yeah, shout out KD Gray. He was shooting the cypher, and I want to say, when we get up there, like, nobody really there. Like, we got there on time and shit. I was late a little bit today, but that's what shit going on. I usually be on time. So we got there on time.
We'll forgive you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We've had people way later than you were.
Yes, we have.
We got there on time and shit, and we waiting. And then Flock was just like, bro, you should get in this shit. I was like, hell nah, bro, this your shit. I'm finna drop you out. I'm finna get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, nah, bro, man, right. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't fucking with this shit. Like, he was like, for real, but just get in, like, man, you ain't even got a trip. I'm like, I know you harder than these, these motherfuckers out here, like, jump in this shit. And I was like, shit, act the old boy, and I see what's up. And we got out there, and KD Gray was just like, shit, yeah, you right. Like, shit, jump in. And I was like, shit, all right, bet. And everybody went. And I'm thinking, like, shit, all right, like, nobody ever cued me to rap. And then, like, right towards the end, he just started, like, cueing me in. I was like, shit, bet. And I started rapping, killed that motherfucker. Yeah, I can go look that cypher up. KD Gray, I can't remember. KD Gray cypher. Just type that in.
Okay. KD Gray, Tate228
yeah,
cypher.
You'll see that shit. Flacco L on there. My boy Mike Bars on there. A couple people on there. But Fiend, he go by, he changed the name now. Damn. My bad, Fiend. I can't think of the new name.
He'll forgive you.
Yeah, my bad, bro. Damn, and it just crossed through my head again, and I lost it.
I hate when that happens.
But yeah, everybody in that motherfucking cypher, and like, I felt like niggas was like, bro, you killed that bitch. Like, everybody was like, bro, you killed it, bro. Like, and it was like, oh, for real? And then that led me to meet like all them guys, and then Mike Bars, I think he invited me to an event he was doing, and then like once I got out there, it was just like, like event to event to event to.
It's a waterfall effect.
Yeah, so like more ciphers, showcases, kind of like that.
The next cipher I did was my boy Mike Six cipher, Savage Fam. Like he used to do like a annual type of event. I forget the name of it, bro. I'm high, bro. I promise it ain't like that. You know how I fuck with y'all. But Mike Sick, his the bar exam.
Oh yeah, I remember bar exam.
Of course, that's an Apache, right?
Yeah,
of course.
Bro, it's coming back. We win. Yeah, the bar exam. I did the first. It had to be the first one. The first bar exam.
Wow.
And I won that bitch.
Wow, you won the first ever bar exam?
Mike Sick, get in the comments if you see that. I'm the first bar exam champion.
Wow.
You know
bro, well, I mean, we just did our first One More Time cipher, and we had some dope lyricists on there. You might be in the running to be a part of our next one.
I actually seen a clip at Surf.
Surf, Ben Riley. Yeah. Jace.
Jace killed it. But Jace killed it on some, like, that nigga got nothing went into a bop on their ass. That shit was hard.
Yeah.
But Ben Riley and Surf them boys hard. And then even my other boy, what's his name?
East Rich.
East Rich, yeah. They all went hard, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, now that you've been on the podcast, you're officially eligible for a one more time cypher.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Might have to set that up. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. So, Jive is your latest release as of this date.
Right.
Okay. And it's arguably
It's the biggest one, right?
easily the biggest, right?
Yeah, so
It's going crazy.
it is.
You know, we were just talking about the video.
Amazing
Video is
record.
crazy.
Love the song.
appreciate
Just
that,
the beat.
For real.
Shout out to
Shout out to man.
fucking incredible.
Put his foot in that.
Your performance on the track, absolutely legendary.
Shout out to two.
What do you think about that record though? Because I mean, I've listened to arguably like, you know, your other 2 tapes that are on streaming, your other singles, whatever. Like, what do you think it is about that song specifically that's having it go? Or is it part of the release, like the rollout? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why is this one doing so well, would you say?
That's a good ass question. If I'm being real, this shit sound cliche, but like, timing is a big thing. I think, just to be honest, like, cause the longer you do anything, like the more the relationships that you have become, I guess, like substantial or beneficial or more beneficial. You know, like, so I feel like that helped like a motherfucker, like just timing in general. And then I want to say we picked up some like decent steam during the pandemic, because like I was releasing like some little freestyles. Then me and Two and Joey, we put out the Mask in a Bucket, and then Grip was going crazy at that time, and then I was on his shit. And so like,
So momentum.
yeah, like all that just went together, because like even when we released Jive, like that shit went to like certain playlists, and I feel like it was just they selected it and put it on certain playlists, and I feel like that was just honestly because of the algorithm of me being already on Grip shit. And they just relating artist to artist, and it's like, okay, well, cool, it sound dope. And I think like shit like that helped like a motherfucker. And then two, a pre-plan before I release.
Yeah.
So more thought went into it.
The funny part is, no.
Okay.
But right, but the plan was there, because a lot of shit just didn't go right. Like that was me and Two was just talking about today.
But that's classic.
Yeah, that's just music business. Like you gotta be ready for the audible. Like you gotta always be ready for the audible. So like I say, back to the timing shit, the shit that we had in plan in place didn't go right. You know what I'm saying? But maybe like a month later, that shit came together. And then like I think it did so good in that time. Like that's what we realized like after the fact, like, damn, this shit did so good before we put the plan in place. Like, well, shit, this shit gonna be real good once we do that. And then once we put the shit in place, it was like, okay,
it was real good.
Yeah, and we was able to get it on here, get it on there. It was like, okay, it was on this playlist, it's on this person shit. Then you kind of start seeing that traction, like people hitting me up on Twitter and Instagram, getting followers, YouTube subscribers going up, and then he's like, okay, cool, now it's working.
Do you feel like it's your best song to date, or not even?
Best song to date.
Because some artists are the classic of like, my newest shit's my best shit. Like I'm always leveling up, whatever. Like, do you feel that this is your best, piece of work?
If I answer that truthfully, I gotta say no, because if I think like what you just said, then that's Jive new to y'all.
It's old news to you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if what you saying, and I don't really feel like that, but to a degree I do feel like, because I'm still learning, I'm still getting better. So in my mind, like the music getting better, I'm getting more comfortable with trying this, doing that, playing with this sound, and I feel like, yeah, shit definitely getting better. Like I feel like it's in my mind, it's better song on the album than Jive.
So basically,
But Jive is his own record too.
Yeah,
that's the other thing. Like
a singles.
That was the last record we did for the album.
Okay.
Like Two, yeah. So we were talking about Two. You gonna see this?
Of course.
Two had another beat pick to end the album, and I was like, that ain't it, Two.
And this is the upcoming album you're speaking of, right?
That album that we about to drop.
That you're about to drop. Okay.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say the name. I ain't gonna do that.
We need
a one more time exclusive.
It's actually out there, but you just gotta know.
Oh, come on.
You just gotta. It's actually in the JIVE video. You just gotta know what it is.
Well, just
let's let
for the
them know
dumb,
here,
for the dumbasses out there and us,
the true fans that are watching this of yours get to know first. It'll still be like low key.
Yeah, right. This shit
You know,
the album is called Contact Sport.
ooh,
Wow,
CS.
beautiful.
CS. The one more time exclusive ish.
On one
Henry
more time
loves
first,
those.
right? On one more time first, but
Yeah.
Two had another beat pick. I was like, this ain't the damn beat, bro. This shit it's too slow. And we be going back and forth about shit. And it was another song on the album that I didn't like. And we went back and forth about that, and I let him have it. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do the record.
You're like, I need this one. It's my turn.
Exactly. This I was like, too. This ain't it, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm not budging, bro.
I let you have that one.
Got to go make another record. You know what I'm
Get
saying?
back in the lab.
Exactly. I'm like, you gotta go make something else, bro. This ain't it. I'm like, I want the album to end like in a triumphant way. I'm like, I need that shit to feel great. Like the way the album was ended with that, it was like typical in my mind, like just some cool, smooth shit.
Like the coast out versus the peace the fuck out, bitch.
Riding in the drop
exactly.
top, speeding down the highway with the bad bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
I like that approach better.
Yeah.
Sorry too.
You know what I'm saying? But he went with it. Like he was like, all right, cool. I fought you on the other one. You let me get it. I'm gonna give you this one. And shit, he was like, all right, bet. He went to the house, and then too, there was a lot of pressure on it too, cause I had already set up the session, but like the last session. So like the session was already booked on for that Sunday, I want to say, Sunday morning at like 10:30. And this was a session that we might have been in on like a Friday night. So like, you gotta make this beat. And I gotta write this shit.
Yeah. So
we can go like the shit already booked. So like I don't know what the fuck he was going through. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like thinking about it. But he said it was an older record that he had to like change some things. But I think when he came across it, he just heard like the sounds. It was like, I think this is it. And he texted me like, I think I got it. I think I got it. I'm like, yeah, right. You send me this shit. And he sent it, and I was like, oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is it.
There's something about like when the pressure is on and when you have a deadline
Real shit.
that forces creatives to like get real creative and get in their bag. Like if you it's something about constraints.
I wrote that song that morning.
There you go. Because you had to.
Yeah. And like I finished, and Cyhi, shout out to my nigga Cyhi. Cyhi pulled up. Yeah, Cyhi the Print. He pulled up to that session. It was the last one because he was gonna hear the album. And like I finished writing that shit probably like 20 minutes before he got to the studio.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Went in there, mashed that motherfucker, and voila.
Yeah.
Out came Jive.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's hilarious to us that Cyhi is also a big part of like, your your artistry now for sure. When did that relationship start?
Shit, like early, bro. Like that shit was crazy too. I think that's the other shit that made me like keep rapping. Cause like I said, I thought I was trash when I started. Then when I was like, I think I'm good, I kept getting like them instant little confirmations. So like when I first kind of like, all right, cool. And then Flacco, he told me to come to the cypher, and then they were like, oh bro, you killed it. And then I put out like 3 videos. Shout out to my boy Kalanji. Visions by Kalanji. Go follow my boy. We had shot like 3 videos. He was like the first videos I had ever shot. And it was a site. I can't even think of the fucking name of the site. But the site, it was what I think of now, it was already this was what I look back and say, this site had to be like pre-testing what's going on YouTube now. Like with the ads. Cause like this site was just making the video pop up places. Like we just uploaded it to this site and the video was just popping up.
They were putting it out to people.
Yeah. And Cyhi was on his way to, I think he said Europe or some shit. And he was trying to watch some sports shit, like ESPN or some shit. And my video popped up on the ad like behind like 30 videos. And he said he was just trying to click shit off, but the music playing in your ear. And it's just like by the time you get to clicking everything off, it get to like the video and you're like, it's kind of hard. Like,
That's how he discovered you?
Yeah, he was like,
wow.
This shit kind of hard. And he hit me on motherfucking Twitter. He was like, if anybody know at Tate228, tell him I think this shit hard.
Wow.
Man.
Cyhi's become like a meme on this podcast at this point. It just keeps popping up, dude. It's amazing.
That's probably my favorite Cyhi story, though.
That is an amazing
Cyhi,
one.
you got to pull up, man. Come on.
Cyhi.
Cyhi, we're on your ass, man. We need you on the podcast
One more time,
for sure.
girl.
One more time. Pull up one more time.
And you already agreed in a comment on one of our posts.
Yeah.
So.
I'm here. Come on,
and
man.
now
Exactly.
Tate's telling you to pull up.
So what's the nature of your relationship with him now? Would you say?
My dog. Shit, I just talked to him probably like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but do you guys have records together? Like, do you write together? You know what I mean? Like kind of describe, like, other than being, close friends now at this point. Like,
all right. There's another exclusive for one more time.
Yeah, we need it.
I'm gonna give you a one more time exclusive. One more time.
Hey,
let's go. Cyhi on the album.
He's on CS. Man, we got the name of the album. We got a fucking ridiculous feature.
Big feature.
Man, we could just end the episode right now. It'd be fucking legendary. No, that's amazing. So obviously, featured. I mean, do you guys write together? Like, have you written, with him or for him or anything?
Never written for you. Come on, you can't write for the ghostwriter.
That's what I figured.
He is the
right?
writer. He's the writer.
You can't write for the ghostwriter.
More like, has he written for you?
Definitely not, because can't nobody do this shit either, man. Like, hold on, now. He picked me for a reason, because he seen I got the Jedi mind trick like him, you know what I'm saying? But he definitely done put me in positions to like write on records with people and shit. Nah, I don't feel like nothing I done did and got selected, if I'm being honest. But like, I done been...
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. And then too, I can't lie.
You know how these records can come out of the fucking woodwork, man.
And then too, I ain't gonna lie, like, we did a lot. So like, he gave me an opportunity to come like do some writing when they was doing all them damn albums with good music. Like, everybody was doing like a 7-track album.
Yeah.
Pusha did one, Cudi, Ye,
Yep.
Tiana, and then Ye and Cudi did one together. Yeah, I went out there during that time to LA, and I was able to like be in a lot of those sessions and like do a lot of like writing on Tiana album that they didn't even use. They ended up like holding it out, but it was still like a dope ass experience. Like when to go to like the listening session and all that, and just kind of get to see the music business at like a high level.
For sure.
When I was still just trying to figure shit out, what I'm saying? So like that shit really helped me to be able to apply to my structure.
And I know your bars, so if you keep doing it, I think it's only a matter of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But then too, like I say, I feel like the shit that I was able to get from like Cyhi was like a lot of game. You know what I'm saying? So like, even to be able to maneuver in them structures like that, you know what I'm saying? Like it's deeper. Like a lot of people I done been there with certain other artists, and a lot of people think like it's just music, and it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to know how to navigate the situation more than how good you is as a writer. So like, that's what I probably picked up from bro more than anything. Mm-hmm. Like, that's
how to like be in a room and
we just talked about this with Mike Norris, who I was referencing earlier. Is like, he works with Fireman, who did 7 records on Donda or some shit, and like he's seen so
Fireman
many.
Got a bunch of tattoos and shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fireman. I just met him the other day. Shout out to Fireman.
Okay, yeah, he was. Well, yeah, he's been in the city for like the last like couple weeks or something. And so yeah, he's probably been in sessions that you've maybe stumbled across. But
if it's who I'm thinking of, he with my boy Scotty. So yeah,
shout out Scotty HL.
Yeah,
shout out Scotty.
Shout out to Fireman.
Yeah, he was probably wearing like a kimono of sorts.
He had something on his head for sure. Like,
but yeah, he had like long blonde dreads and shit.
Yeah, I think that was him.
Yeah.
But I was high there too.
He was probably saying something like "hello." That's what he said like 10 times. But anyways, so the point that Mike was making, though, that I think you're making, is that you can be the most talented songwriter, you can be the most talented producer, artist, whatever. But if you're fucking weird in the room, and if people don't rock with you, you're not getting invited back.
Yeah, you can't be too cool for school. Like, that's the number one thing. Like, you definitely can't be too cool for school. Like, you got to be able to know how to blend, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, you can't be over zealous, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to know how to play, you got to play chess, right?
Yeah, but you also got to add value.
Yeah, and that's so. I'm glad you said that, brother.
You know,
Can't just be paint a fly on the wall or something
that's-
either. Yeah.
which is a problem for some people. They get like nervous or like.
See, that's the key. What you just said, cause like even like verbatim, like Cyhi done said that, like we done, like bro, make sure we add value in these rooms. Woo. But the thing is, I don't think people understand what the value is. Like, because when you say that, you like add value, I think the average artist just instantly go to like their writing ability or like they singing ability or whatever. Like, I mean, it's like, nah, you just gotta add value.
You could be the funny person in the room.
Yeah.
You could be the guy that brings the most weed.
And they say, oh, we need some water. Oh, I got some right here.
Yeah. No, literally. I just talked about this with one of the artists that we work with. I was like, bro, value is such a fucking like high level fluffy word. I hate it somewhat, to be honest. It's so fucking annoying because people say it all the time. But if you figure out what the fuck it is that you're bringing to the table, and to your point, maybe it is sometimes that you are the coldest fucking writer.
sometimes
maybe you have the coldest melodies. Maybe you can input like on, bars that are missing or like flow or cadence, whatever the fuck, right? But oftentimes it's those intangibles that aren't even directly related to the fucking music sometimes. Because when you're in these rooms,
That's who get called
everyone's
out the
good.
most. I was about to say,
When you're in these rooms, to be good
everybody
is
good,
fucking
bro.
table stakes.
Everybody good.
As good as you are, you're in the room with Cyhi the Prince. You're fucking just, whatever. He's probably, I don't know how you rank yourself with him, but whatever. Y'all are probably going fucking, toe to toe.
Nah, Cyhi,
He's the greatest.
Like,
But I'm just saying, even still.
I ain't got 10,000 hours in it like my brother. So like,
Yeah. He's probably got a few more
20
Grammys.
25,000.
Probably got a few more Grammys
this
than
man
you, huh?
wake up every day. All right, 2. This is another thing. Not 2, my boy, but 1, 2.
Shout out him too, though.
Yeah, shout out to 2. But like, not to even cut you off.
No,
but
you're good.
Just about Cyhi.
Yeah.
For all the artists too, because this some shit I learned from bro. I'm still trying to master. That's why I say this. Bro, wake up every day and write like how certain people get up and like drink coffee or like exercise. Like that's his exercise. He get up and write.
It's a fucking muscle, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
work it
I
out.
don't do that
It's
yet.
a
Like,
skill.
I try to as much as I can, but like I'm talking about every day, and I done seen this shit with my eyes. Like, bro, get up and pull up his laptop, and you be thinking like a nigga just over there surfing or some shit. Like he over there writing lyrics, and like after about 20 minutes, he been done 8 breakfasts or something. But like, hey, what you think of this? and then just like, damn, he was just doing that. Like, fuck, I've been sitting here rolling the blunt.
I thought you were checking your email.
I've been over here
Man.
smoking some weed and you been writing. Like, you should have told me. I could have started writing some shit.
Man, that's awesome. I mean, that goes to show, like, putting in that work
Nah, for
really
sure.
can pay off.
Nah, that's what made me like buckle down though. Like even like that situation I'm speaking of, like at that time, that was when we was in LA, out there working on them albums. We was out there for a long span of time.
Yeah.
So I got to see that shit in like real time, and it was just like, oh nah, bro, you got to go harder. Like this motherfucker, this nigga, he's straight. Like I'm seeing it. Like he good. Kanye and all these people calling him, and like he good, and he get up every day and write.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you got to turn it up, bro. You got to turn it up.
No, it's cool to see someone outside of just the studio to see their actual work ethic, right? Because some people call work ethic of just like, how hard are you working when you're in the studio? Like, how many songs can you do? I just saw some fucking producer guy post about like, work ethic equating to like number of songs done, which I completely disagree with. But neither here nor there. The point is that you saw this dude in his fucking wild habitat, like his natural habitat of just waking up in his fucking Airbnb, wherever the fuck hotel, wherever y'all were staying.
Airbnb too,
I know, I'm saying, I'm already knowing. But the point is that like you're thinking he's just fucking cooling, dicking off on his computer like right when he wakes up, sipping his coffee. But no, he's literally putting in. That's real work ethic,
shit.
and there's a reason why he's arguably one of the greatest writers of our time.
Nah, for sure. Like,
Yeah.
bro, earning that shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He put the time in.
It continues to do it.
Real talk.
No,
not
that's
even chilling.
That's beautiful. So it sounds like Contact Sport is on the way. Anything else you want to make sure that the people are looking out for?
Shit. We're gonna drop another single.
Okay, is that going to be from the project too?
Yup.
Okay.
And I might drop another single.
Oh, he might
I'm
be
saying?
on
Yeah.
your asses with singles
I
before the
got a
project.
song with Fleetwood Fred that I might end up.
Shout out Fleetwood Fred one
shout out Fred.
time. Super dope artist, and he gave me a lot of game on Mr. Tate228 here.
Hey, I
so
appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I got one with Fred that I might end up dropping. Then Well, I'm gonna drop. It's just like time wise how we figured. But then I got another one with Scotty ATL.
Shout out
to
Going
Scotty.
crazy, Grills by Scotty.
Yeah.
And I got some shit with Grip.
Yes.
We need that.
You know what I'm saying? It's just figuring out like when to drop it. Two, that's what me and Two was just talking about literally when I pulled up. Like just trying to figure out like what to drop. And he trying to hold shit out. If y'all waiting for the album, hit Two up.
Hit up Two.
It's his fault. I'm ready to drop the shit, bruh. He bullshitting, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how Two is. If you know Two, you know how Two is. He gonna
Well, you
see
should
this
know
shit.
too. He's a podcast alumni, episode 52, if I remember correctly.
I remember we had a 2 in
because it was a 2 pun thing that we had going on, so that was perfect.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, so if we don't get the project soon enough, everyone spam Two's comments and DMs and make sure that we drop that Tate228
And
project.
come follow me at Tate228. Go follow my Spotify.
Yeah.
Go subscribe to my YouTube.
Yeah.
Go goddamn
Get 'em.
nigga follow
Follow his subscribe to his OnlyFans.
my OnlyFans, my
Get 'em.
me on Snapchat.
Get him.
Damn, nigga, come get everything. Got it.
Get him.
For sure. Well, Tate, we have entered a final segment of the podcast, H3. Where the fuck are we at?
Oh yeah,
This is where it gets a little heated. This is the rapid fire rampage.
with it. Rapid fire.
It's going to be a 3-part rampage. Okay. So I'm going to fire some short answer questions at you. Simple enough. And then we're going to do a little this or that. I'm going to give you 2 choices and you pick one. Super simple. And ending with a word association. I'm going to give you 1 word like dog. And then you hit me back with the first word off the top of your head. That's basically like cat. But that's not one. So no teasers.
That'd be boring as fuck.
No, the words
I
are better.
definitely wasn't thinking cat.
Good. See, this is why we get to get into your brain a little bit. So, part 1 of the Rapid Fire Rampage, episode 71, Tate228. Let's get it. Tate, what motivates you?
A lot, bro.
We started off philosophical.
I'm about to say, I think we getting there, just rapping. Nah, like I get motivated from like a lot of shit. I ain't gonna lie, like seeing people win. Like when I see other people win, that motivates me because it's like shit. If he did, I know I can.
I like that.
Beautiful.
Due to unforeseen circumstances, you are forced to change your artist name. What do you change it to?
Good question.
You just change the number, or like
Tate229.
Shit, they take the great.
ooh,
Tate the Great.
Okay.
Okay. I like that.
I done heard people say that shit before, so that's probably why.
You are the great.
okay.
Take the great.
Tate, in the next 30 seconds, invent a sport.
In a sport. Slap a motherfucker that's talking stupid when you see him.
I love that.
Nick,
It's amazing. Tate, you just opened a restaurant in Atlanta. What are some of the feature menu items on your restaurant menu?
we gonna definitely have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Ooh.
Some kind
Classic.
Yeah, we gotta have peanut butter and jelly.
Okay.
We gonna have. I don't eat meat, so we gonna have to have like some non-meat options.
Some impossible options.
Maybe not impossible because I ain't that big on that shit either.
Okay.
But definitely
Some pescatarian shit? Like you
we might
some-
have
you
pescatarian
fish?
shit. We
Okay.
might eat
Yeah,
some little
fish
fish
guy?
here. There.
Okay.
Yeah, we eat a little fish. So yeah, shit like that. Probably
Okay.
some shrimp tacos. And then probably like I like falafel.
Okay.
Okay, a little Mediterranean.
Yeah, it's gonna be some Mediterranean shit on there. I love Mediterranean.
All right.
Okay.
Shout out Rodini Park in LA. That's what really got me turned out on that Mediterranean shit.
Hell yeah.
Tate, if you were an emoji, what would you be and why?
If I was an emoji, I'd be the bag of money.
Hell yeah.
Period. Period. How many times has your heart been broken?
One time, I still remember.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to her. We still cool. It ain't like that. She know who she is.
You're forced to trade lives with someone. Who do you pick?
Nobody. I like mine.
If you're forced,
If I'm forced,
have to.
shit, bro, that's a hard one. That's with the Jeopardy shit on. Like, if I had to change lives with somebody, man, I'd be somebody in the Bible or something. I don't know. Like, I ain't trading lives.
The J-Man himself?
You know what I'm saying?
J-Man.
Like I had to go and die 5 sins or something. Like,
Yo, Jesus has never been called the J-Man. That was like out of pocket, Henry.
Sorry.
I'm looking at these folks, man. I can't pick that. That's hard.
That's a great answer. That's a great answer, for sure. Tate, who is an artist or band that nobody knows you listen to? Like that secret favorite artist.
Favorite. I don't think nobody know what I listen to. So anything
Anyone?
I say,
Okay.
Anything I say, in case you know me, anything I say gonna probably feel like that. So shit. What I'm listening to right now.
Yeah.
I just got out of the car. I'm listening. Well, I ain't gonna say Peasy because they probably know that I've been posting that on Instagram. Currency. Yeah, Currency, man. I've been listening to Spitter for like
Shout out
years,
Spitter.
man. That's what I was listening to when I got that. The first song I wrote was on a Currency beat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Perfect.
That shit was horrible.
That trash song?
Never heard. Never hear that motherfucker.
Okay. Tate, is a thumb a finger?
Nah, thumb a thumb.
Period. You get free beats for life from any one producer. What do you pick?
That's hard. That's hard. That's hard.
Bro, you're going crazy with the Jeopardy music.
He's stalling.
That's hard.
If he's going to stall.
It's reasons why I can pick plenty different people, man.
Sure.
If I could get beats one person forever.
for free. Yeah, exactly.
You might as well pick someone that cost. You know what I mean?
Right? You know what I'm saying? Because two already.
I was like, sorry, two.
Yeah, he's, you know.
Your homie
Two
rates.
getting paid.
He'll
Two
understand.
getting paid. That nigga getting paid. We
He'll
ain't
understand.
gonna play. Nah, that's my dog.
This is your chance to manifest this
I
shit,
know,
bro.
but I want to say like 3 motherfuckers.
Well, give us 3.
Shit,
Give us 3.
Probably like Hit Boy, Alchemist.
I knew Alchemist was
I was like, bro, if it's Spitta,
yeah.
come on, you need some Alchemist.
Gotta have Al. And then two, my first name is Al, man. So me and Al,
Perfect.
what's up,
There you go.
man? Let's get it.
Is Tate a middle name or
You know what I'm
anything?
saying? That's
Just a
my
nick-
last name.
Okay. Sorry. Well, we did just announce it on the
Hold that down.
podcast.
Nah, but what I said, Hit, Alchemist, and probably like somebody like ATL Jacob, because he real versatile.
Going crazy.
You know what I'm
Stupid.
saying?
Yeah, he's on Wicked Money Family with Ashley, who's another dope dope producer. She was on the podcast, and yeah, she's
ATL Jacob, that boy got down verse. I done heard like so many different sounds. You hard to see.
And super young.
Yeah,
super versatile.
We're gonna throw the young niggas in there.
Sure.
hell yeah.
Tate, you are plugged into the Matrix and can instantly learn any one skill. What do you choose?
Any one skill. Something that's already going on, or I can be a superhero.
I think, yeah, a superpower is included in the Matrix.
I can do anything. Be invisible.
Last one of the short answer. Tate, what is your favorite curse word?
Shit, I don't know. Y'all tell me.
That'll work. Part 1 of the Rampage.
Part 1. Great answers. You were very overzealous with the Jeopardy music. He was not even stalling that hard, but
I mean, I think it was reasonable, you know. The Jeopardy music is there for its purpose.
Yeah.
You feel me? Let's get it. I like
Okay.
Jeopardy.
yeah.
Moving on to the this or that portion.
No problem.
Metal guitar type beat or banjo type beat?
Metal guitar.
Become a singer, as in 0 rapping allowed, or leave the music industry.
I was singing. Shit, singing. Get me. I might drop an R&B album.
Let's go.
Still.
R&B Tate.
People
I
need
got
that.
it now.
Keys or horns?
I like both. Damn. Keys or horn. Keys, car keys.
Melodies or drums?
Drum, man. You gotta have that knock, man. You gotta have
Yes.
the drum gonna carry it. So
Yes.
if the drum, because I done heard some fire ass beats with some whack drums, and it'd be like, this ain't it, bro.
Ruined it.
So drums,
Stacks or ad libs?
ad lib, because I don't stack.
Yeah, I feel like you don't do too many ad libs either.
I do, but now when I be on 2 beats, 2 be like, man, you don't need an ad lib. This shit sounds so good. So, we be coming up with it though.
Shout out to eggs or pancakes?
Pancake, man.
Tattoos or piercings?
Tattoo.
On a plane, window seat or aisle seat?
I be like in the aisle.
Tate, are you going to either get a face tat of a flamingo or eat 1 spoon of mayonnaise every day forever?
Can I put the spoon of mayonnaise on some bread?
No.
I just eat the motherfucker like cough syrup.
Off the spoon.
That's just sound nasty. When I like mayo, you know what I'm saying? But
Not in spoon form.
yeah, I get a tattoo, man.
Flamingo face tat?
Flamingo Tate.
Yeah,
Okay, wow.
I'm just gonna get a smile like back here somewhere.
I didn't specify the
You know what I'm
size.
saying? You get it like right here on the side.
Like microscopic
Yeah.
flamingo.
Like Drake-
God damn it,
Drake's
Henry.
tattoo?
Be more specific next time.
Yeah, I
Get a
will.
little Drake tat. You know
Get a
what I'm saying?
giant flamingo face tat.
Tate, are you going to have feet for hands or hands for feet?
Well, I'd rather have hands for feet. That'll be hard as a motherfucker. That's like a monkey, bro.
This is a fun one. I'm actually looking forward to this. Are you going to do all of the planning for one of your friends' wedding
Hell no.
or lose 3 days off of your life?
What kind of shit?
You know? It's like,
Well, we definitely planning a wedding then. If we got to die.
3 days earlier.
Yeah, fuck that.
Planning the wedding?
Yeah, we were there. We
Thank
like
you.
them 3
He wants
days.
those 3 days.
More
Yeah,
life.
But no, but the
You'd be
wedding
surprised.
planning could take more than 3 days. So you
True.
actually might be coming out,
But see, the thing about that,
you know,
You're helping a friend.
and you're alive.
Nah, fuck the friend.
Oh, okay.
You can make this enjoyable for yourself.
Like
If you
make
planning
it
a
like
wedding, yeah,
positive for
Make
you.
it dope.
Hey, you can make this shit enjoyable
Yeah.
for you. Like you planning the shit.
Just plan it where you get the king suite in the hotel or something.
That if you want to got you like this girl, this
Okay.
person, whoever, like
Because
you
yeah, he
make
could
that
choose
shit
the
a party.
table setting too of like
Yeah.
where he sits, you know, next to
Get
the hot girl,
the
hot single girl.
DJ, whoever the DJ gonna be, get somebody hard. They're gonna be spending some hard shit. You might want to get a part. You know, some of these people got some money. Get somebody to come through with a name.
Yeah.
Make that shit a party.
Damn.
You'd be surprised at the stuff people have like given up time of their lives for on this podcast, though. It's wild.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Y'all better love your life, man.
Love life. That's what I'm saying.
Don't give up your damn life, boy, for no dumb ass shit like that.
Speaking of giving up, give up Instagram or give up cheese?
Instagram or cheese? Cheese.
Cheese is gone?
Cheese gone.
It's tough. I don't know where I stay with that
Instagram
one.
make you money.
That's true.
Cheese just tastes good.
Okay, I got another one with Instagram. Get verified on Instagram or get free average weed for life. Like, okay weed. Free weed. For,
Verified on Instagram.
taking the check.
Who won't very good average weed?
Like pretty, but it's free forever. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Eat whipped cream with every meal or erase all whipped cream from Earth.
All right, rest that shit.
It's gone. Last one.
You like whipped cream?
I like whipped cream, but not
What
like,
would you do in that situation?
I would feel bad that everyone else's whipped cream is also
Oh, yeah,
gone.
fuck them. Let's go. It's out of there. Gone.
Sorry, whipped cream heads.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Last one of the this or that. This one is to gauge your risk tolerance.
Okay.
You have either a 75% chance of contact sport going platinum, or B, a 25% chance of contact sport going diamond.
Hold on, what's the question?
75% chance that it goes platinum, so pretty good odds that it goes platinum, or 25% chance it goes diamond, which is 10 times platinum, way harder to get, but lower chance.
So you saying what would I want?
Which, yeah, how risky are you feeling?
Oh, we shooting for the stars, man.
Going all the way? 25%, he's going for it. Part 2.
Part 2.
I like it.
Really great.
You always shoot for the stars. You never know where you might land.
That's right. That's right.
Perfect.
The final part of the Rampage is the word association. I'm going to shoot one word at you. Just tell me the first word, maybe 2 words
Right,
off the top of your head. Here we go. Hip hop.
Oh, my bad. Damn. Hooray.
Right.
Wow, that's amazing.
Vegetables.
Broccoli.
Volcano.
Hot.
Cash.
Money.
Minivan.
Slide.
Horoscope.
The stars.
Attorney.
Help me out.
January.
February.
TikTok.
It's a pretty good app.
Reasonable. Golf.
Tiger Woo.
The GOAT. Prison.
Don't go.
Dr. Dre.
Snoop.
Bathtub.
Shower.
Zaza. Spider.
Monkey.
Good. Lingerie.
Take that shit out.
Barbecue.
Every year. Every 4th of July. My bad. 4th of July.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Go to the barbecue. Lil.
Wayne.
Thank you. Album.
Album. Hit me over the head again. Contact Sport.
There you go. Podcast.
One more time.
One more time.
Tool.
Time.
Bitcoin.
Some bullshit. Where all your Bitcoin players at? Where y'all at? All that fake money
And ending with mask.
in a bucket.
Yes.
Finally,
Successful alley-oop.
Henry's alley-oop is successful. This has been an amazing rapid fire rampage. Dope interview, man.
Great
Appreciate
episode.
you coming on.
Yes, Tate,
Appreciate
man.
y'all.
The man.
Y'all go get that contact sport as soon as it drops. He sounds like he's about to, kind of tease us with a few singles.
Yeah, y'all gonna
So
have to wait on it because of 2.
Right. Blow up too.
Yeah.
2, man. I've been trying to put that bitch out, man. They trying to put me in.
I'm
China.
gonna call 2 after this episode,
Trying to put
guys.
me in
Yeah.
China.
I have his number.
Facts.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
for sure,
But
man.
we finna release some shit. We got some singles coming. You know what I'm saying? Really? How about this? Y'all run these singles. Y'all run this next single up enough. I already told too now. Y'all run this next single up enough.
Have no choice but
It's
to drop
over.
it after that.
We drop it.
Done.
Yes, sir.
Period.
At 228 everywhere. Tate228 on all streaming platforms. Go get all of his old music, especially Jive. That record is
tap in.
one of my favorites. It's no wonder that's going crazy.
I
So
appreciate that,
you, man, for coming on. Henry, until next week, what are we doing?
Getting out of here.
Getting the fuck out of here.
Getting the fuck
Peace.
on.
Let's go.
Pop that shit like one more time. And pop that one more time. Pop that shit like